Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutation to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Okay, I want to do a quick video, really going into the comment section of this video from, I guess, it's the Sun, or at the Sun. It says, Iran on brink as blackout sparks massacre, fears and protesters face death penalty, which I'm not going to play the video, but it's showing it's showing various clips of what's supposed to be going on over in Iran. And I'm gonna read this too. It says Donald Trump has reportedly been briefed on strike options in Iran as the Ayatollah's regime tightened its grip on protesters. America's commander-in-chief has signaled he is ready to back Iran protesters as the U.S. weighs up military action against Tehran. So basically, the U.S. is talking about intervening in what's going on over in Iran, which the videos it does show, people shooting, which I guess it's supposed to be the military or police officials shooting, but it's I'm gonna just kind of say, how the media, they always try to show what they want the people to see. And I'm not saying that it's not real, but at the same time, you got the U.S. talking about intervening in a whole nother country, bombing an enemy country at that. Which, because Iran is not a part of NATO, they're a part of BRICS. Let me pull all of that up. Actually. Well, I just got the acronym. Let's see, all countries. Here we go. New members joined in 2024-2025. Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates. Which you got the original members, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Now it says the history and the purpose. The group started as BRIC in 2001, coined by Goldman Sachs. South America joined in 2010, making it BRICS. The recent expansion aims to increase the bloc's global influence, challenging traditional Western economic powers. See, challenging. So it's letting you know that these are two opposing forces. Even though Iran, U.S. would do talks and deals, they're not on the same side. This is Esau Edom we talking about, So, and then you got all the allies up BRICS. They're not even, I ain't gonna say they ain't talking about intervening or, trying to see if they can provide aid or figure out what's going on to help the unrest. But here it is, you got the U.S. talking about doing strikes. So, going back to the comment section, and this is what I wanted to highlight. I was, going through the comment section as I was watching the video, and I seen certain people say, certain things like this one. It says, from Phil Chandler, overthrow that evil regime. And then somebody under him said, Galaxy 3157 says, Trump is also evil, U.S. and Mossad. And then somebody, said Cope Harder. But they were saying that basically when they said Trump is also evil, they were basically talking about the U.S., because Trump is just running the U.S. And he is an Edomite. And this is a true statement. But ultimately, it's the U.S. So basically, he's added on to that, overthrow that evil regime with overthrow the American regime, because the American regime is just as wicked. It's even more wicked. You got a lot of people that that's still caught up thinking that America is doing the right thing and trying to, basically thinking that America is basically trying to save the world and save the American people. Foolish, ignorant, stupid. It says from Hello Banking, the regime will fall very soon. And somebody said, "Nopes." Where is it? Let's see. It said, yeah, okay. So this person said the regime will fall very soon. Then somebody added to it named Robbie Lawson said to be replaced with a puppet government signing all the oil over to America and Israel, which you see the people are starting to understand what's really going on, how America and Israel are, basically they're going throughout the earth, or Esau in general is going about the earth taking resources from all the other countries and all these other nations. And these nations, these countries, they're not going to sit back and allow this to happen any further. Even America's own allies. And they're still talking about taking Greenland, And I seen an article yesterday where it was talking about Trump done told his military, I can't remember if it was, I don't remember exactly which unit, like lieutenants or, I can't remember exactly, but he was basically telling them to draw up a plan on how to take Greenland, and he was facing, pushback because I didn't fully read the article. I had seen it, but they was talking about drawing up a military action plan on how to take Greenland. So it says, this person said, to be replaced with a puppet government signing all the oil over to America and Israel. It says the regime fund Islamic terrorists in the West. What planet are you on? And this person don't even have any understanding. They're thinking that Iran is over here funding people to raise up terrorists. They still probably believe, 9/11. It says the planet where you're not stupid enough to believe a word the poisonous mainstream media says. So this person has some sense. They understand what's going on, And the person they're talking to has absolutely no idea what's going on. And they're going to be caught up when these things go. And here goes somebody says the world needs Orange Man, which they talking about, DJT. Let's see. I haven't looked at the rest of these comments. You see, somebody said, "Come on, then, Trump. Don't play the chump. You said it. You got to do it." And look, let me see. A regime that kills its own people because they demand a decent livelihood does not deserve to exist. Down this bloody terrorist regime. Well, who does that sound like the most? Who does that sound like the most? That sounds like Esau Edom over here in Babylon the Great, what he has done to the Israelites. Really what he's doing to everybody. What he's doing to everybody, but mainly the Israelites. A regime that kills its own people. Are not the Israelites slaughtered all day? All the time? Since we've been over here? Since Esau been in power, has he not been slaughtering our people? It slaughtered his own people. And the reason I say own people is because we've been given over into this man's hand. The world has been given into his hand, as it said in Job chapter 9. Because they demand a decent livelihood does not deserve to exist. And that's exactly what's going to happen to Babylon the Great. It doesn't deserve to exist. And it's going to cease to exist. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? This is Esau Edom. He is the wicked. So, and the earth has been given into his hand or his control for a certain amount of time. But he's losing it. Not even about to. He's losing it Now, the ultimate he's about to be taken down once and for all and completely annihilated. But let me get something else. Because as you can see, I wonder what they're saying. As you can see, you got a lot of people that's understanding what's really going on and the wickedness that's being spread from these, not just the other nations, but from Babylon the Great itself. Okay, I was trying to see. I read in the GNT and then I'm reading the KJV because the KJV actually has it better. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. The world and its people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near, which we are seeing. The World War III that's going to bring the complete annihilation of all the systems in this world. You know, as you can see, the brother Kingdom Minded, brother Ayash from GMS Mississippi camp doing a video now. Russia is raised up to take out Babylon. I believe that's in the title, to take out Babylon. So it says the war that will bring the destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. Is that not what we're seeing? We're literally just seeing about how Trump is talking about bombing Iran in the name of backing its protesters, or the people. But you got chaos over here. You just had a shooting over here in Babylon the Great from your own federal agents on an unarmed woman, saying that, and you claiming that she was using her vehicle as a weapon. And you got your federal agents, ICE, running around snatching up the Northern Kingdom. You know, they snatching up Jake. Even if Jake even if they are legal citizens, they still being harassed, separated from families, and some of them are even being murdered. You got all this chaos going on over here in Babylon the Great, but you talking about going to another country and bombing them. Let's see. This is Habakkuk 2, starting at verse 4. In the AMP. Look at the proud one. His soul is not right within him, but the righteous will live by his faith in the true God. So the proud one is talking about Esau, Edom. His soul, his spirit, he is not righteous. He is not righteous. He is the wicked, just like we read in Job 9:24. He is the wicked. But the righteous, which is Jacob, and it start with the elect, will live by his faith in the Most High. Now it says, moreover, verse 5, moreover, wine is treacherous and betrays the arrogant man, meaning his philosophies and his doctrine, his policies, the things that governs him, you know, whatever he used to govern, it says it's treacherous and betrays him. That's why in the KJV it says he transgresses by wine. It's not talking about physical wine that you drink, but it's talking about the doctrines, his beliefs, his system that he operates off of. That's what it is. It's treacherous and betrays the arrogant man. He is that arrogant man. So that he does not stay at home. As you can see, he's not talking about cleaning up America, cleaning up Babylon the Great. He's saying he's doing that, but you see it's more chaos erupting than it is peace. You know, this is not a man that can bring peace on the earth. Instead, he talking about, he just went to another country. He just went to Venezuela and kidnapped the leader of Venezuela and his wife. And he's talking about going and capturing Greenland when all the other countries in the world and the people of Greenland are saying they don't want to be a part of the U.S. But he said if he don't do it, Russia or China is going to take it. And they're not, he don't want them to be this close to the Babylon the Great, you know, to the West. So it says so that he does not stay at home. They're literally going to all the other countries. They have bases in other countries. His appetite is large like Sheol, which is saying the grave, because the grave, no, there has never been a case where it says too many bodies in the earth. We can't contain any more of them. No, it's steady people being buried every day. It says, and he is like death, never satisfied. It's never gotten to the point to where people just stopped dying because it was too many people dying on the earth. So just because it was too many, people just stopped dying. Whenever something happened to them and their body get injured to the point to where it's fatal, it never had a situation where their body just reversed the fatal injury, or they may have died and came back because the spirit world was too crowded. It ain't never been like that. That's why I'm saying he is like death, never satisfied. He keeps on taking. He gathers to himself all nations and collects to himself all peoples as if he owned them. Is that not what's going on over here? He controlling everybody, everyone's lives. You got all nations over here. Literally every single nation is over here. But like I said, he takes all the people and over here as if he owns them, telling them what you can and can't do, controlling them as if he owns things. But now let me go back. 2nd Ezra 15 and 15 again. The war that will bring destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. There will be great political turmoil, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. There will no longer be free access to the cities, because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. And driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. All of this is happening in Babylon the Great, and it's going to amplify to an astronomical level, because this is the place that the Lord is going to bring down with total destruction. So Babylon the Great got a lot of problems that is beyond fixing. Like the scriptures say in Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 51 and 9. Let's see. Starting at 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted even to the skies. So it said we would have healed Babylon if the Lord had purposed to bring this place back, but he's not. He purposed to destroy it. So we are not in the mindset of having hope in this place. We know the Lord is about to destroy it. And so does everybody else, these other nations that's able to get out of the country and go back to where they came from. They know it's over with for this place, and they don't want to be here when everything goes down. Now, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and starting at 14 in the KJV. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So even the people will protest and riot, which we see in a lot of protests around the earth. People are protesting and rising up against the government. Let's see. They're rising up because of all the injustice, all the evil and the wickedness that's going on. This is 2nd Ezra 9, starting at verse 1. He answered in the GNT. He answered, consider all these things very carefully. When you see that some of the signs I have told you about have appeared, you will know that the time has come when the Most High will judge. When the Most High will bring judgment on the world He has created. There will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders, and confused rulers. And you will know that they are what the Most High has spoken about since the beginning of creation. And I'm gonna read that in the GNT as well. KJV. It says, "And he answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou know, then that shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world," we seeing this, literally uproars in the people. It was protests and marching all over the in various parts of the country in Babylon the Great for the shooting that took place, and then this uproars of the people marching, protesting over in Iran for all the for how hard it is to live now, for how extremely difficult it is for them to live, because the cost of everything is going up, and it's making they're dealing with some of the same problems over here. People can't survive, so they're protesting. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were beginning before thee, even from the beginning. So we're seeing a lot of these prophecies come to pass, and it's just going to keep on rolling. Things are going to intensify. It's going to get even more, I don't want to say dramatic. Well, dramatic, but it's going to intensify and get even harsh, even more darker, because before the world becomes peaceful, and Yahweh Shai, under the Israelites under Yahweh Shai get the earth back in order, it's going to be the darkest that we've ever seen. Well, the darkest that history has ever seen. So these are only just the beginnings. It's going to amplify and get even worse. On that note, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and truth. Shalom to the brothers and sisters, children out there keeping this word of sincerity and truth. And until next time, shalom.